the young bucks in the end, link to that man and try and get some advice, try and get some guidance so that he can support you into doing something different and it can help you with your choices. But the reality is, peer pressure is going to be there because money needs to be made. Man want to make money, and your mum might give you £15 or £20 a week, and you know that's not enough. By the time you put things, your boss pass or whatever it is, you know that you're going to struggle to get that. And all I'm saying to you is that you can take that road and do that, but the consequences is death. The consequences is mental health. The consequences is life in prison. Or you can go down the educational route, or you can travel the world and get paid triple of what you would have got just standing on the corner. Awesome.
I was young, and there was all these bad men and rude boys on road, the older ones. Now they've reached 40, 50, 60. What is their life like? And the people that
Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. Irish American on YouTube. Jazakallah khair. I'm going to be going live in a little while. I've just got to set some things up.
When you speak to them and they're doing a life sentence, what advice do they give you to give the youth?
I always start on the premise when I meet lifers or anybody that's served a long time in prison for murder or any kind of violent crime which has caused someone to lose their life. When I go in there, I always say to them, simple question. I'm an individual that's going to carry a message to the young people of the community, the parents in the community. So I just want to ask a simple question. What advice would you give to your son? What advice would you give to your daughter? And what would you say to your mum and dad? And I always get the same responses. Listen to your parents, stay in school. The road isn't everything, it's an illusion.
Why am I so harsh towards some Muslims? I'm not harsh to some Muslims. Give me an example of what you're talking about. Assalamu alaikum, that's your name, or the name you're going underneath.
Listen to your mom. Find women in your family that you can use for.
Okay, so look, this is what I'm trying to say, brothers and sisters, yeah? We have to use the aql that Allah has given us, yeah? So, someone asked a question, yeah? They said, why are you so harsh against some Muslims? So I asked them, elaborate, give me an answer to what you mean. And salam alaikum, that's the person's name, or the username they're using. They're saying, I think it was against some guys in Speaker's Corner. So that's what I'm trying to say. You don't even know what the situation is, bro. But you've asked me why I'm so harsh against people. You can't even remember where the situation was, what it was about, and so forth. So Akhi, this is what I'm trying to say. As Muslims, Allah says in the Quran, فَعَلَّمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا. Have knowledge that there's no God worthy of worship except Allah. So we as Muslims, before we speak, we're supposed to have knowledge of things. So what you should do is find out what is you're upset about that you don't know about, yeah? And then come back to me, yeah? Once you know what you're talking about, and I can answer your question, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. So find out, go and get the second-hand information that people told you, yeah? Which you didn't witness for yourself, yeah? And then come back to me, and once you've got the story straight, then talk to me, yeah? Okay, salam alaikum to Abdul Hamid, salam alaikum to NOI King, salam alaikum to Clash Kings, and salam alaikum to Irish American. Shall I please keep you in fight? Allah has blessed me and I've learned so much Tawheed from all your videos. Jazakallah khair for that Irish American. So forth. And Jazakallah khair to everyone, salam. I'm just trying to sort out my technical things. So I'm going live on YouTube, but I'm just trying to go live on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and so forth. So I'm just sorting these things out. So bear with me, inshallah. You're going jail soon. Man been in and out. My name's Ali Akhi. I'm going to prison. Akhi, okay, my advice for you if you're going to prison, okay. Give me a sec, man. Okay. My advice for you if you're going to prison, bro. Okay. And guys, look, generally I'll have the topics more organized and stuff, but there's no way I can figure out how going on Google. I can figure about how you go on Google Live or Hangouts and so forth unless you try it out live. So generally I'm gonna have like structured topics and so forth, and sometimes they're gonna have panels, sometimes they're gonna have videos where I'm just saying something. It's gonna be a mixture and so forth. But this is me just learning how to get online with Hangouts and live chats and this, that, and the other. So forgive me if it doesn't go according to plan. Okay, my advice to you. Okay, all right. First, I'm gonna answer Ali Cash Klings because he said he's got jail, so I'm gonna answer his questions. Then after, I'm gonna answer Assalamu Alaikum's question. Yeah, you were shouting and pushing. Is this Islamic clock? So I know what the Assalamu Alaikum's talking about, but you didn't know what it was before. You've heard about it. You've heard about it, yeah, or you've seen about it, but you don't know about what was going on in detail. So I'll answer your question after. But what I'm gonna let people know, yeah, on my videos, my YouTube channel is not a democracy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be taking crap from people and insults from people, this, that, and the other. This channel is not a democracy. No one's gonna be coming here and spreading no shirk, no bidah, no extremism. No one is going to come here and do anything. If you do it, if you say something, if you're rude or something or this, that, and the other, or you've got some deviant beliefs and you share this thing, the first time I see it, I'm going to tell you and make you aware of it and this, that, and the other, because you might be ignorant. But secondly, after that, if you do it again, you're getting booted out permanently. Good. Like, see you later, alligator. You're fired. You are the weakest link. You're going to be out. So I will get round to everyone in time, inshallah. Okay, so the brother, he said that he's going to jail soon and he wanted some advice. So I think the brother knows that I came to the conclusion in jail that Islam was the truth. Okay, well, basically what I would say is that how long are you going for? How long are you going for? Cash Clangs, how long are you going for? Brother Hussein, how does it make you feel when you see Clam and Snake shaking hands with his master? Don't worry, I'll get to your question after, Nissa. But Clam and Sarah, we all know there's sellouts, man. What are my views on Anwar al-Awlaki? Okay, I'll explain to you after, yeah? Okay, look, Abdul Hamid, yeah? Before you say he was on YouTube Soldier, I'm saying don't post no more comments like that or I'm gonna kick you, yeah? I'll explain to you what I believe about the man, yeah, when I get round to it, but there's a number of other questions first, yeah? Okay, so there's another one. Are you a fan of Saracen? Okay. Assalamu alaikum, Coventry channel. Sorry, Clash of Kings. I'm gonna get back to you. Wallahi, I'm gonna get back to you in a second. Okay. Oh, yes, the rest of the year. Okay. Into the new year. Okay. basically, yeah, Clash of Kings, you're gonna be going into prison. So my advice is to you is go into prison. When you go into prison, keep to yourself. But what you're gonna have to do, unfortunately, in prison, is don't let anyone take liberties with you. Mind your own business. Don't hang around with this group or that group or so forth. Just mind your own business and do your own thing. Yeah. Try and get a job on the kitchen or the servery or so forth, because you can get out of yourself for more hours. Um, Use your time to try and do programs so that when you come out, you can get like certain qualification stuff. Okay, but the unfortunate thing about prison is going to be this: you're going to go into prison, and what they do with everyone, it doesn't matter whether you're big, it doesn't matter whether you're small, it doesn't matter whether you're uh, black, white, it doesn't matter. The whole thing is that people are gonna try you out in it. People are gonna try and take your thing, something called canteen. Canteen, basically, when you go to prison, you get the normal food that they serve, but family and friends and people, they can buy you things from a shop. Like there's a shop in a prison that has like extra things, sweets, um, toiletries, um, like how can I say, different types of food, like pot noodles and stuff like that. So if you just got the prison food and stuff like that, it's disgusting. But family and friends can buy you stuff and so forth. But once people find out that obviously people will know in prison that you can get that. So sometimes people will try and ask you to buy something out of your own money from the canteen, they will put pressure on you and so forth. You just have to be firm and tell people no, unfortunately. And this is why people should avoid prison, because sometimes the thing is that if you allow people to use you, then everyone will use you. So you have to tell people no, yeah, and be firm about it. And unfortunately, if they try to bully you and stuff, you have to fight back. And unfortunately, akhi, that's the answer to it. But the thing is that you keep yourself to yourself. You don't allow people to take liberties with you and so forth. You can get through it, inshallah. Um, this is why, as Muslims, that we shouldn't put yourself in positions and doing crimes and so forth that you can go to jail. When I was in jail, which was a while ago, quite a while ago, 3 people killed themselves. One guy killed himself because of getting bullying, and 2 people killed themselves because they got long sentences, like they got HMP. What HMP is Her Royal Majesty's Pleasure, meaning you do a minimum of 25 years. Then after 25 years, they claim that the Queen will review your case. Obviously, she doesn't do it. Some administration on her side do it, and they decide whether you should get out again. If not, then you have to do another 25 years, and then it goes up for a review again. And these people that got HMP, they didn't even do anything themselves. They were with a group of people, and one of their friends stabbed someone, and they were there. They didn't catch the person who stabbed the person, but they caught them, and they ended up getting that big sentence. So yeah, sorry. So yeah, catch the killings and so forth. Just keep yourself to yourself. Try and get a job. Try and become maybe even a gym orderly, because gym orderlies are out of there so lots of time, because they clean up the gym. They like they work around the gym. Sometimes they take different groups of prisoners to different to gym and back and so forth. So they're out of there so a lot. Recall, okay. Not charged. Okay. Ali. Okay, so Ali, bro. Okay, cool. No problem. So that's my okay. So that's my thing. Assalamu alaikum. It's Ahmed. Cool. So who was the next question after that? Alright. Yeah, if you can share this video on your social media, right? So other people can see it. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm still just trying to sort out my other social media. Okay, I'm gonna answer the question. The brother said, I think he's asking me about Solomon and Abdul Hakim. Why did I push Solomon? Why is it not working? Oh, I know it's not working. Okay. Please check your account now. Oh, this is annoying. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so okay, the question is why did I push Abdul Hakim and Solomon? Okay, so basically Anjum, Abdul Hakim and Solomon are part of a deviant group called Al Mahajirun, and we have two problems in England. Yeah, you have people like the EDL, and then you have Muslim brothers, yeah, who don't understand the Deen, yeah, like Abdul Hakim and where's who are just basically they're pawns because they're followers of a man named Anjem Choudary. Now, Anjem Choudary basically said, yeah, it's on YouTube. Anjem Choudary basically said that the people that did 9/11, he praised them. The people, like, I don't believe myself, yeah, personally, that Muslims did 9/11. I'm not saying that Muslims weren't on a plane because there was Muslims on a plane, but I don't believe that the thing was allowed to happen without the American government allowing it to happen. It was too sophisticated. Not saying that Muslims are dumb and so forth, but the whole thing is at the end of the day is that for one plane to go into a tower, let's just say, and bring the building down, and then after that, another plane, after they became aware that a plane went into one building, they allowed the plane to go into another. I don't believe that, and I don't even believe that the first one would have been allowed, because just like you have police on the ground here, yeah, you have police in the airways. You know what I'm saying? You have people, you have police that monitor the airways. So when a plane goes off track or is going off its swing, they know like within hours and ages before that this plane has left its course and it's going to collide with something. You know what I'm saying? The airways are not just free. You cannot just fly wherever you want and do whatever you want and blah blah. It's not like that. So for it to happen, they had to let it happen. Also, 2 buildings went down, and there was no 3 buildings went down, but there was only 2 planes. So if one plane made one building go down, another plane made another building go, why did the 4th building number 7, why did that collapse and so forth? There was no plane, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. You know, also they claimed, they said the Muslims before the day before 9/11, they said they were smoking, they were drinking, they were gambling, they were with girls and stuff. So I don't make sense that people are drinking alcohol, smoking, drinking, gambling, and the next day they went to do jihad. And we know it's not jihad because it's killing innocent women and children who have nothing to do with anything. So anyway, this man, Anjem Choudary, yeah, he basically said, praise the people that did 9/11. He said, called them Magnificent 19. Yeah, he praised them. And we all know in Islam, jihad is not against uncombatants, and jihad is fought, you know, army against army, not Muslims against British or non-Muslim public. You know what I'm saying, and so forth. So he praised them anyway. So he believes you can kill innocent people. He also said that, you know, that the non-Muslim public, they have no safety from the Muslims because the American and English governments, yeah, he said this on a program called Hard Talk. Just type in Hard Talk, Anjem Choudary. There's a man with ginger hair interviewing, and he said that the American and English public have no security from the Muslims because of what the American and English government have done to the Muslims in the Muslim countries. But we don't do wrong. We don't do tit for tat. We don't believe because American soldiers may rape, you know, Muslim women or English soldiers may rape Muslim women and stuff, that gives up. It makes it halal for us. We all know the Prophet said you can't cut down trees, you can't burn down houses and stuff like that. You can't hurt animals and this, that, and the other, and so forth. So these people and people follow Anjem Choudhury, like Abdul Hakim and Solomon, they're deviant Muslims because they believe. Look, even if they don't, they support Anjem Choudhury. They go on marches with him. Marches with them. Now, when they first came to the park, Abdul Hakim and Solomon, they were saying they would not condemn Anjem Choudhury for his extremist beliefs. That's what they said, yeah? Okay. And they said and they said no comment on whether they believe killing innocent women and children is permissible. Then they said, yeah, they started to say they don't agree with it. Or they don't believe it's thing. But it doesn't matter. If you don't agree with someone killing innocent women and children, but you march with them, you promote with them, you won't condemn that person, you might as well believe it. So basically, Abdul Hakim and Solomon promote Anjem Choudhury, who believes you can kill innocent women and children. And this goes against Islam. So the reason why I pushed him that day was that he was talking and he was spreading his bidder and his extremist views, and he was talking for long. So I left him. He was talking. So I went to talk to give another opinion, and he just was like chatting, and he was speaking for like 10-15 minutes. So basically, I went to speak this, that, and the other, and so forth, and he started he was kept on talking over me, this, that, and the other, so forth, and out of frustration, I pushed him. Okay, I shouldn't have pushed him, but listen, if you've got a problem with someone saying it's okay to kill non-Muslims, but if you got a problem with me pushing him, that's okay, no problem. Should have pushed him, this, that, and the other, and so forth. But him believing you can kill innocent non-Muslims is a bigger problem than me getting frustrated at him and nudging him. You know what I'm saying? Because because he's telling people that we as Muslims believe it's okay to kill non-Muslims, or he's not condemning it or whatever. So anyway, the whole point is that, yeah, the reason why I'm harsh against Abdul Hakim and I'm harsh against Solomon and so forth is because they tell people that Islam, yeah, the religion that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam came with, they support them and they promote them and they advise people to learn from him. Yeah, a man who said you can kill innocent innocent non-Muslims. That's it. So it's very simple to understand. Okay, so that's that question done. And also, I wanted to say to you, you know the guy that drove the buses, yeah, on London Bridge into people and this, that, and the other, and so forth. He's on a documentary with Solomon and Abdul Hakim. Yeah. Now these guys, they all study. Yeah. They all study underneath Anjem Choudhury. So if he had them beliefs and he believes it's okay to drive a van into people, yeah, and Solomon, he's his friend and they pray together and this, that, and the other, and so forth, and they go to the same classes and this, that, and the other. Anjem Choudhury is their teacher. He's the head of them and so forth, yeah. Then how is it that you both go to the same classes? Your teacher believes that killing innocent people is halal, yeah, and at first you said you wouldn't condemn him, yeah, and you wouldn't say it's wrong. Now you're saying you believe it's wrong, but you don't condemn him, but yet you still seek knowledge from them. It doesn't make sense. So that was the reason why I don't. Yeah, that's why I speak. I'm harsh against him. Okay, cool. Hold on. So let me look at the next question. Hold on. Yeah, all right, Jordan. Yeah, Jordan M. Yeah, Bilal. The Bilal, when it comes to Bilal and so forth, Bilal, the reason why I spoke about Abdul Hakim, yeah, and I spoke out against Solomon, but I didn't speak about Bilal is because I know Abdul Hakim and Solomon, and they're not ignorant. When I mean they're not ignorant, they're ignorant, but they're not ignorant about what Anjem Choudhury believes. Bilal, I've been coming to the park for 10 years. I've seen Bilal just hanging around with them recently. So the thing is that Bilal is, I think that those guys, yeah, are recruiting Bilal, or Bilal, yeah, is like, I think they're leading Bilal and Bilal's not leading him. But the whole thing is I've only seen Bilal. So I was asking Bilal, I wanted to find out what Bilal's on. But the problem is that you judge a person by his friend. So the whole thing is that if Bilal is with these guys and they're supporting Anjem, yeah, and Bilal's okay with them supporting Anjem, or he hangs around with them and supports someone that says it's okay to kill innocent people, then at the end of the day, then Bilal needs to distance himself from them, because you are who your company are. It's like me being Sunni and hanging around with Shiites all the time, yeah, or hanging around with people that believe you can make dua to the dead and stuff like that. Saying I don't believe you can make dua to the dead, but my best friends are people that believe you can make dua to the dead people. I'm messing up. I'm messing up my the output of who I am, the view of who I am. Anyway. Okay, so what was the next question? Hold on. Okay. Be patient with me, guys. Be patient with me, guys, yeah? Okay. Please keep me blessed. Okay. Yeah, Tommy and Kalam. Oh, so Kalam. Yeah, Kalam and Sarah. We know what they want. Like Kalam and Sarah. Yeah, basically, look. These people have low self-esteem in what they believe. Kalam and Sarah. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Is everything okay? Huh? Let me know. Okay, so basically, yeah, Kalam and Sarah are simple. These people are jealous, yeah. They're jealous because when they come to the park, when they see Muslims, yeah, they see white, black, Asian, Muslim, white, black, European, Arab, Jamaican, Nigerian, Chinese, all different races, yeah. All different races, all different nationalities and so forth. And they see the way we pray together, they see the way whenever we meet, we hug and we like say salam and like embrace each other and stuff, and it burns them. It burns them, yeah, because the Kemetic belief, no one practices it as normal. Like, you can walk for 100 miles in one direction, 100 miles in another direction, you will not come across a Kemet. It's like a dead religion. No one practices it anymore. So it burns them, and a lot of people, whether they be from Africa or Jamaica or what is it, are embracing Islam. So they hate that their religion, yeah, what they see is like basically dying out, and so many people in 2018 are becoming Muslim. And what annoys them is that, look, everyone knows in Islam, yeah, girlfriends are haram, zina is haram, boyfriend and girlfriends is haram, smoking is haram, drinking is haram, drugs is haram. Drinking, yeah, they know this, but yet they know that people from the first world, yeah, people from affluent societies, people in the West, which is considered a first world country, are taking Shahada, knowing that Islam has all these rules. So what bugs them is that why are people becoming Muslim? Yeah, why are people becoming Muslim when there's so many rules in this religion? Yeah, they're becoming Muslim and they're staying Muslim. Like why, and why are they leaving all these other religions? Because people can't understand. Listen, you're living in America, or you're living in England, you live in Europe. Yeah, you're financially well, you're doing okay, and this, that, and the other. You're living in a country where you can rave, you can go to strip clubs, you can drink as much as you want. Soon, I'm sure in this country, cannabis is going to be legal and stuff like that. Why are people intentionally choosing a religion with so many rules and staying in it? And they don't understand. It's Iman and Tawheed. Like, they don't get it. And it burns them. It burns people that, like a woman, there's a woman who's just like a secular woman who's basically living her life, working, going clubbing, this, that, and the other. And she decides, to wear niqab. Why? Why that? You're in the middle, of London, and you're choosing to become Muslim, pray 5 times, wear niqab or wear hijab, and this, that, and the other. Not smoke, not drink, not have boyfriends, wait till marriage. Why? Because they're from the outside looking in. And they can't see the beauty of what someone gets when they pray salat and like how Islam, even though you've got more rules in your life, you have sakina, you have happiness. So it's like they're confused, and what they're confused about as well is Jordan, I saw your message, man. May Allah bless you. Alhamdulillah. It's really nice to see someone convert to Islam, white, European, and so forth, and not ashamed that they're becoming Muslim with all the stereotypical things as well, and so the whole thing is that basically what Kalam and Sarah and these people really, really, really hate so much here is that young black people, rich or poor, young black people are converted to Islam. Like, you got someone in their 20s who knows, the what's the word I'm looking for? They know what Islam entails and the responsibility it entails it. And you got a young guy, saying, I still want to be Muslim. I still want to be Muslim. I know it says you can't rave, you can't smoke, you can't have girlfriends, but I want to be a Muslim. And to them, it just burns them and so forth. But all I would say with Kalam and Sarah, just leave them alone. You know why? They're irrelevant. Like, all I would say to you is don't go on I don't even blame Kalam and Sarah like themselves, because Kalam and Sarah, like I told Kalam to his face, like, you would sell yourself on eBay for $9.99 if you could. If you would do anything to make money, you have no principles, no morals, no nothing. If you could sell yourself with a shadow on eBay to make money, you would do it. And this is what's happened to these guys. So I don't really blame them, because they're gonna do what they want. He's a secular. He's not comedic. He's not spiritual. He's just a Western. He's just a consumer. He's just a capitalist. He doesn't give a damn about anything. Look, Sarah and Kalam's hatred, made them, their hatred for Islam, was so bad that they ended up chasing, like, he actually ended up chasing a racist in a park, like Tommy Robinson. Like, people know all these groups, whether it's UKIP or it's BNP or National Front or ED, they're all the same. Some are just a bit smarter than others. Some are just a bit well-spoken than others. You see what I'm saying? Like, what is this? That they hated Islam so much, that they said, we're going to align with someone who hates Islam just to prove a point. But in doing that, they was disowned by the black community. It was disowned by the black community. In all these Tommy Robinson march, and I ain't got nothing about white people. I'm saying, anyone that says that all white people are the devil and this is just rubbish. This is why Nation of Islam are not Muslims. Nation of Islam. I don't care. You can put Islam or Muslim in your name, in your title, a million times if you want. If it's not from the Quran and Sunnah, you're not Muslim. If you put cheese, yeah, if you put cheese on a biscuit, yeah, it doesn't make it a cheeseburger, no matter how many times you call it a cheeseburger. It's a biscuit. So when people like Nation of Islam say that all white people are devils and and that a white person was created in a lab by a doctor named Dr. Yaqub and this, that, and the other. So, no, we believe that Adam was the first man and that all nations came from Adam and so forth. Yeah. So the whole point is at the end of the day is that yes, it's true that the British government has conquered the whole of the world and spread, colonized a lot of countries, conquered them and so forth. And a lot of people are, because whether it was conquered or colonized through TV and stuff like that, people believe that the white you are, you better are. That's true, but this is governments. But the average white person, this, that, and the other, and so forth, I don't believe they're evil or racist. But anyway, Assalamu alaikum, Jordan. Take care. But anyway, the point I was trying to say is this. The point I was trying to say is that, look, Kalam and Sarah, they're irrelevant. And even though they do shows 24/7 on Islam and talk about Islam 24/7, it has no effect in real life. It has no effect on real life. Who has left Islam because of Kalam? Nobody. Who has left Islam because of Sarah or Tan or nobody? You know what I'm saying? Nobody at all. You see what I'm saying? So the whole thing is that at the end of the day is that they have no relevance. Look, 100 years from now, I'm gonna be dead. Kalam's gonna be dead. Sarah's gonna be dead. We're gonna die of old age, or we may go before that. We may die tomorrow. Allah could take our life tomorrow. But let's just say Allah gives us life. In 100 years from now, none of us are gonna be alive. No one's going to remember Tan's TV. No one's going to remember Sarah Gava. No one's going to remember Tan. So the best thing you could do is just put your dawah out, work hard, and leave it as an ongoing charity. You know what I'm saying? For when you pass away. You know what I'm saying? So, and look, even let's just say that Kalam was to make 1 or 2 people apostate from Islam. Yeah, thousands of people are taking shahad every day. So what have you done? What have you done? And look, what I was gonna say as well is that, look, just like I was saying about 9/11 before, and I keep on saying this and so forth, and people have heard me say this 1,000 times. Yeah. The media channel, all the media, American media, British media, all the main channels made people believe that Muslims did 9/11 and were responsible for it. And if you see the footage if you see what happened on 9/11 in recent history, I don't think there was an image more graphic and more heart-wrenching that you saw people like on the 40th floor, 70th floor, 90th floor, like knowing that if they jumped out, they weren't going to make it because it was too far a drop. But the intensity of the heat was so much that they jumped anyway. And we saw that with our eyes, and people believed that our religion sanctioned that and allowed it and praises that, and that is a powerful negative image, but people, still take shahada. They look into the Quran, they see that this rubbish is not from Islam and so forth, and they still take shahada. So what can Kalam do? What can Tan do? What can Sarah do? Nothing. They have no power. I don't care how many people they get on their lives and how many views they get. In your real life, outside, in work, when you're out in the real world, who does it affect? Nobody. Anyway, and that's why the only people that, and the worst thing is that the people who are causing a problem are the people that go on their program. The ones that go on his program, you're the one that caused the problem, because if no Muslims went on his program, then he would just speak about amongst his disbelieving friends about Islam. And what does that do? Nothing. Let him, because what Kalam tried to do, he tried to destroy Islam by he tried to destroy Islam from the outside. So him and Sarah, tried to come to the park and call the Prophet Muhammad a paedophile and blah blah blah. It didn't work. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So then what happened? He realized he couldn't destroy Islam from the outside. So what he tried to do is destroy it on the inside by promoting deviant Muslims on his side, on his site, or his channel, by always having Shiites on there, always having Muslims with messed up Aqidah and so forth and so forth. But we as Muslims, Sunni Muslims, we all know they're mashed up anyway. So he's got a show where the fans are generally football hooligans that are racist and messed up deviant Muslims. So let deviant Muslims, give their mashed up dawah to racist football hooligans and let them just chat rubbish because it doesn't affect us as Sunnis anyway. So just leave that. So I'm gonna leave it there and so forth. Okay, what you might not have known is that that Kalam actually, because because him and these Shiite guys and I think Saracen, because they were chatting about Islam. I never used my channel to talk about Kalam, but because he was continuously trying to promote deviant Muslims like Mufti Abu Layth and making dua to their dead and all this stuff and Shiites and stuff like that. I made 2 videos against him. And he claims he's from freedom of speech and he claims he's for, people having the freedom to say what they want, even if it disagrees with him. But what did he do? He striked my channel twice. So that I couldn't upload videos and that I couldn't do lives. Yeah, that's why you haven't seen me doing lives for a while. Because if you get 3 strikes, your channel is closed down. But with 1 strike, you can't do lives, I think, and 2 strikes, you can't upload videos, And he did it because I made a video, and where I showed from his own channel him teaching people how to pray to the sun. Yeah, I did a video that shows Kemetic people, cooking food for their ancestors and believing that if they cook food for their dead ancestors, they will get energy from it and stuff like that. I talked about how Kemetics believe you can give money to your dead ancestors and stuff like that, So the whole thing is it hurt him bad, so he basically started to he basically tried to silence me. So now I've got 2 channels. I've got Street Ordine TV, which has about 11,000 subscribers. That's the one he struck down. So I had to start up a new channel, which has about like 263 or something subscribers. So my main channel was Street Ordine TV, and my other channel is Street Ordine without the TV. I've got to have 2 channels because what is that this guy is against he's against freedom of speech. So the whole thing is that I'm not really going to chat about him on this channel because he will just try and close my channel down because the guy's not very intelligent. So what is that he has to use tactics to close so that people can't debate him. So what he will do, he wants to silence my channel. So I can't really talk about him much on this channel, and I'm generally not going to chat about him on this channel. I'm going to do it on my other one because he's going to try and close it down and so forth. So anyway, yeah, that's enough about them. I'm not going to spend any more time advertising them. Okay, so yeah, like the channel and share the channel if you can. Yeah, cool. All right, let me see what else is going on. What's been else saying? Okay. Okay, so just looking for your chat, man. Okay. Christians. Okay, my views on Anwar al-Awlaki. Okay. Anwar al-Awlaki. I don't listen to Anwar al-Awlaki. The reason why I don't listen to Anwar al-Awlaki is two main reasons. Yeah, so basically, I don't listen to Anwar al-Awlaki. The reason why I don't listen to Anwar al-Awlaki, he said in an interview with Al Jazeera that it's permissible to take the lives of non-Muslim Americans because they pay taxes, and because taxes go to the army, then they're responsible. He also said because they vote, and because they vote, and because they vote, then the government Muslims and this, that, and the other, and that makes them responsible. But this is rubbish. I first of all, look, people, if you don't pay taxes, you go to jail. Yeah, I know many non-Muslims. Like, I'm a convert to Islam. Yeah, so. What the hell? What's going on, man? What the hell is going on with this, man? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so okay, Anwar al-Awlaki. Okay, Anwar al-Awlaki, like I said, he said that in a video with Al Jazeera, he said that, you know, that American non-Muslims, it's permissible to kill them or take their lives because they pay taxes, and taxes go to the army, and the army bombs this, that, and the other, and so forth. He also said because they vote, and the governments that they select and so forth, they bomb Muslim countries and so forth. Also, he believes in suicide bombing. He tried to give the evidence about the boy and the king, but if you know the story about the boy and the king, the boy didn't kill himself. The king was trying to kill the boy, and he couldn't kill him. And the only way he could be killed is if he said, by the will of Allah. The boy said, the only way you can kill me is if you say, by the will of Allah. So then he said it, and he done the arrow, and he killed him, and so forth. But the boy never killed himself anyway. He was killed. But anyway, the whole problem is that, yeah, Anwar al-Awlaki said that thing about the Americans because of the taxes and the voting, and that doesn't make no sense. There's so many. First of all, there's so many Americans that don't vote. Yeah. So also, there's so many Americans that just they pay taxes. They dislike the government's foreign policy and stuff, but they pay taxes because if they don't, they're gonna go to jail. And if that's the case, that their blood is halal and they should be killed because they pay taxes and so forth, then that would mean Muslims have to be killed as well, because Muslims pay taxes in America as well. You see what I'm saying? But the whole thing is at the end of the day is that, look, first of all, there's a big difference between a speaker and a scholar. So anyway, we know in our deen Yeah, forget what Anwar al-Awlaki said. We follow the Prophet and we follow the companions. We follow the Salaf. We follow the first 3 generations. The Prophet said the best of generations is my generation, and the generation of that, and the generation of that. And we don't find, you know, that the Prophet or the companions, whether it be the Sahaba or the Tabi'een or the Atba Tabi'een, believed you can kill innocent women and children. When the Muslims fought, it was combatants against combatants. Yeah, army against army. Yeah, and whatever the non-Muslims do, we do not take it as a proof that we can do the same. If they, and so forth. So the whole thing is, if they start killing our babies, we can't start killing their babies. So no, don't listen to Anwar. I will keep. Okay, keep up. Assalamu alaikum, Coventry. Why don't you ever speak at extremist government bombs killed brothers and sisters in the Muslim world? Okay, why don't you speak out about the Muslim governments and Muslim world? Very simply, because the Prophet advised that when it comes to the rulers and stuff like that, that you should advise them in private. That you should advise them in private. Yeah. Now the whole thing is that people just say, "Oh yeah, but you say you can't advise them." But the Hadith doesn't say that if you can't advise them in private, then to go on the member and start speaking about them. And look, anyway, yeah. This whole thing about the Muslim rulers and this, that, and the other, it applies to everyone. It don't just apply to Muslim governments. The Prophet said everyone is charged. Everyone is in charge of their flock. So the father is in charge of his family and this, that, and the other, and so forth. Yeah, and the problem is, yeah, with this Takfiri dawah, yeah, is that the rulers, if the rulers do something, it's wrong, and you can't make a wrong right, yeah. But the problem with the people that talk about the rulers all the time and this, that, and the other, they will never have a ruler like the Khawarij. They will never have a ruler, yeah, that they're happy with, because they don't understand the verses of the Quran. For example, you always hear Takfiri say, yeah, you always hear Takfiri say, whoever doesn't reveal or who doesn't judge by what Allah has sent down, they are kuffar, yeah, they are they are disbelievers, yeah. Okay, well the verse actually says whoever doesn't rule by what Allah sent down, they can be kafir, they can be fasik, or they can be dhalim, yeah. Okay, but this verse wasn't revealed for a Muslim ruler. This verse was revealed, yeah, actually for the Jews, and it applies to everyone. Whoever doesn't rule or judge by what Allah sent down, they can be a kafir, or they can be a fasik, or they can be a dhalim. So how do we decide who's who? Because this is why and I advise this to brothers like Abdul Hakim and Solomon and so forth, all these people like Anjem Choudhury, Abu Burar and stuff like this. Learn the basics of Islam before you start talking about big things. Because what you're gonna end up making takfir of yourself if you don't. Let me give you an example. They say the Muslim rulers, yeah, are not Muslim because in their country they might have a bank with riba in it. Or they have say they got a nightclub in the country. Now me, alhamdulillah, I'm a convert to Islam. Yeah. I want the Muslim countries to be as Islamic as possible. So we can be a place that we inshallah we can make hijrah to and live in a place and not have the fitna that's in the West. I want the Muslim countries and this, that, and the other and so forth. But I have to be just. If I'm gonna go to a Muslim country and say that that country is a Kafir country, even though you've got masjids everywhere. Like I went to Egypt before all the fitna, when Mubarak was in charge. Yeah. Now, Egypt, I wouldn't compare. I don't think Egypt Islamically is as good as Saudi Arabia or so forth. But when I went to Egypt, yeah, and I suppose Morocco is like this. I suppose, you know, other Muslim countries like this. When you go to these Muslim countries, yeah, I'm not talking about their Aqidah and stuff like that, because most Muslim countries, the people's Aqidah is messed up. They believe Allah is everywhere. They venerate their sheikhs too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the setup of most of the Muslim countries, the way they are, meaning that I found, coming from London, converting to Islam, living in London for most of my life, and going to like Egypt, yeah, I realized that in Egypt and these countries, like it's so hard, yeah, for you to sin. What do I mean by that? It's easy for you to be pious in a place like Egypt, or it was. I don't know what it's like now, because there's masjids everywhere. Like you step out your house, there's a masjid on that corner, there's a masjid at that corner. The prayer, it's impossible for you to, what is it? It's impossible for you to miss the prayer, because the adhan goes off everywhere. You can't not hear it. One adhan goes off, another adhan goes off, another adhan goes off, another adhan goes off. So the only way you can miss the prayer is if you're the most evil, most racist person in the world. Because when you hear the prayer, you can either go to the masjid and pray, which is just a few meters from your house. Yeah, you know it's the prayer time because you hear it. You can't miss it. And worst come to worst, you can pray in your house. So the whole thing is, at the end of the day, is that when you're living in a country like that, even the haram, I'm not talking about tourist attractions. I'm talking about I'm not talking about the tourist attractions, apart from the tourist attractions. I'm talking about the general Muslim countries or places, yeah, that if you want to do haram, you have to search for the haram. Like, if you want to go find a place and you have to go and search for it. Where in the West, it's the opposite. If you want to pray, yeah, you have to search for a masjid. There might not be a masjid close to your house. You're not going to hear the adhan, yeah, unless you happen to be living in one of the few places like East London, and they only put the adhan a couple times a day. But generally, if you're in London, you're not going to hear the adhan. There's not a masjid when you come out of your house anywhere. So the whole thing is to pray. Yeah, is a struggle. You know what I'm saying? To remember the prayer times and all this, to do that, you have to fight internally and outwardly. You have to fight. You know what I'm saying? If sins are everywhere, from you step out of your house, the posters, you know what I'm saying, the music you hear, everything, this, that, and the other, so forth, the swearing, this, that, and the other, so forth. So the thing is this, yeah, is that, look, this verse, whoever doesn't, yeah, judge by what Allah sent down, yeah, they can either be kuffar, they can be zalim or fasik, yeah. Okay, this applies to everyone. Like the Prophet said, everyone's in charge of the flock. So if you say that a Muslim ruler is a kafir because he has a bank of interest in his country, yeah, then you have to also believe that your father, who puts Bollywood or Nollywood or Hollywood, yeah, on in front of you and your brother and your sister and watch videos, yeah, with haram and shirk in it, he's a kafir too. If you believe that if a ruler of a country, yeah, because they have a bank with interest or because they have a nightclub in the country, because through their actions they did it, because through their actions they're kuffar because they have this in their country, then you have to believe your dad, yeah, that smokes in the house, who allows nakedness on the TV, who allows your sister to go out for his job, he's a kafir too. Because this is what I'm trying to say. These brothers, yeah, these Al Muhajirin, Anjem Chowdhury, Abu Bara, Abdul Hakim, and Solomon. I tell you why they made takfir and they never understood the verse. This is how you're supposed to understand the verse, yeah? If a Muslim ruler has a bank with riba in his country, yeah, and he believes it's haram, but he's just greedy, yeah? He believes the interest is haram and the bank is haram, but he does it in his country, whether it's out of greediness or whatever it is, yeah? If he believes it's haram, he's still a Muslim. Because in his heart, he says, I shouldn't have this hair, but I have it. Just like your father. If your father watches movies in front of your family, yeah, with naked women and, you know what I'm saying, singing and music and, you know what I'm saying, bare haram in front of you, if he believes it's halal, he's a kafir. Why? Because Allah said it's haram. But if he believes it's haram, but he believes he's weak, he believes he's sinful, his iman is low, and he knows it's wrong and stuff, he's still Muslim. Because what makes you a kafir, yeah, and what ruling by other than Allah means is that when you do something, yeah, and you believe, yeah, in your heart it's halal. If you see a sister walking down the street, yeah, in hijab, yeah, and she's smoking, yeah, which she shouldn't do, you can't tell that because she's smoking that she believes it's halal. And you can't assume she believes it's halal. If you see a brother walking down the street, you know, smoking a spliff or this, that, and the other, or drinking alcohol, yeah, and he's from a country that's known to be Muslim, whether it be Morocco or Pakistan or Somalia, this, that, whatever, you cannot assume that in his heart, just because he's drinking, yeah, that he believes that it's halal. 9 out of 10 times when people do it, whether it's a father or whether it's a rule or this, that, the other, the thing that they're doing, yeah, they're doing it out of weakness. Let me give you an example, yeah. Anjem Choudary, yeah, and what is that, you know what, and you know what is, yeah, basically, I see there's people making statements in the comment, but it's cool. When I finish the chat, I'm just gonna block you, and you're gonna be permanently blocked from my channel anyway. So it's cool. I'm gonna go for it later and block you. At the moment, I'm just concentrating on what I'm saying. But you lot, enjoy yourself while you can now, because it's the last time you're gonna be on this channel. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, so basically, look, according to what is it? According to Abdul Hakim and Solomon and Al Muhajirun, Anjem Choudary, and what's his name? Hold on a second. There's 2 idiots that are going right now. Remove. Okay. There's 2 people. Put user. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, these people are on timeout. Yeah, Ishaq Islam and was it Monique Red? Yeah. Yeah, you are the weakest link. You're fired. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, yeah, cool. Okay, so look, these Anjem Choudary guys, look. They say all the Muslim rulers are kuffar and they're disbelievers and blah, 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 just so forth, yeah? Okay. Because they don't judge by what Allah has revealed. Okay, Anjem Choudary, yeah, and Abu Bara, they both went to court. They both went to the Queen's court. And last time I checked, the Queen was not Allah. And the Queen does not rule by what Allah has sent down. Yeah? So the whole thing is yeah, there's too many takfiris there, so they got to get blocked. Not in this one. You're not advertising your views in there. Anyway. Yeah. These waste men are going. Okay, cool. Yeah, so anyway, Anjem Choudary went to court. Yeah. So basically, according to Anjem and all these Al Muhajirun lot, the Queen or people on the Queen's behalf, they told Anjem Choudary to come to court. Yeah? Now, Anjem Choudary is always talking about jihad and Islam's going to dominate and, you know, I'm saying the mujahideen and this, that, and the other. So the Queen, yeah, or the Queen's people on the Queen's behalf gave you a court date. Yeah? Now, you willingly went along to go to court. You chose to. Now, you didn't have to choose that. You could have chose according to your belief, yeah, you could have chose, yeah, to go out in a gun blaze. Yeah, you could have choose, yeah, that's to say that, listen, I believe in the haqq, I believe in, you know, Allah's, the word is the strongest, and, you know, whoever doesn't reveal by what Allah went down, you know, you freedies. How many times have you seen Anjem Choudary walking into court with a smile on his face? Yeah? So the whole thing is that at the end of the day, they're walking up into the street and saying Sharia and death to the kuffar and Islam dominating this, that, and the other. But when the Queen sends you a letter, you went to court. Not only did you go to court, yeah, you You waited in turn, for her judgment. Yeah, but I thought whoever doesn't judge by what Allah sent down a kafar. Don't you think? Don't you think that the UN puts pressure on Muslim countries not to do Sharia, not to cut the hand, not to stone adulterers? Don't you think the UN, put pressure on Muslim countries, to do haram things, to get rid of niqab, to get rid of? Of course they do. Oh, see, but when it happens to you and you go to court, when you go to court, which is the police, the court system in England compared to UN is nothing. The pressure that the UN put on people compared to what the pressure that English magistrates put on people, you can't compare them. Yeah. But when you say that Muslim countries that don't have 100% Islamic law, they're kuffar. And I'm sure the UN are trying their hardest to get rid of niqab. Yeah, get the Muslim countries to get niqab out of their country, get hijab out of their countries, not establish the hudud. But when you don't go to court, many times you see Anjem Choudary walking into court and so forth with a big smile on his face. You could have you could have said, I'm not going to court. I'm not going to court. The only way I'm going, the only way, I'm leaving this. I'm going to end my life on this earth is by you killing me, because I'm not by any means necessary going to go court. But you did do that. You, Abdul Hakim Solomon and Abu Bakr and stuff, you didn't have a shootout of the police. You willingly went along to court. Not only that, I can guarantee you most likely, that when you went to court, you asked for you signed a legal aid form. And I know when you go to prison, what do? They give you a form if you want a lawyer, They give you a form if you want a lawyer. It's called legal aid. And if you want a lawyer to represent you, you tick it. Now the whole thing is Anjem Choudary, I'm sure, because he, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure he signed that form and asked for a lawyer. Now isn't that judging by what Allah sent down? You asked for a kafir, so you asked for a lawyer, which is most probably your brother, to be a judge in this kafir law. Isn't that judging by the one Allah sent down? So the whole point I'm trying to say to you, this is all rubbish, This whole thing that they're talking about, whoever doesn't reveal by what Allah sent down, they are kuffar, then that means, according to them, I'm not saying this, I don't believe that Anjem Choudary is a kafir. I don't believe Abdul Hakim and Solomon are kafirs. I believe they're just ignorant and jahil of the deen, But according by their manhaj and their criteria, Anjem is a kafir for going to the Queen's Court, Because under no circumstances are you supposed to allow judge by the other than what Allah says. Yes? By no circumstances are you supposed to let the kuffar rule over you. So the whole point is that according to their manhaj, they're all kuffars. I don't believe that. I'm telling you according to their understanding. So the whole thing is at the end of the day is that these guys, they have no knowledge of deen, and they're fitna. Because what happens is this, I'll tell you what happens. You have different types of non-Muslims, You have different types of non-Muslims. You have non-Muslims, who don't like Islam and don't hate Islam. They don't care about Islam. You have them kind of non-Muslims. So they live their life and they don't really love Islam or they don't hate Islam. Then you have Muslims, non-Muslims, that dislike Islam. Whether it's niqab, whether it's our clothing, whether it's us praying in public, they hate Islam. Then you got Muslims that admire Islam. For example, you'll be at work here and you'll be fasting during Ramadan, and they realize that you're fasting from sun up to sundown and so forth, and they're asking you if you want anything to eat, and they're asking you, like they say, boy, if I respect Muslims during Ramadan because they have discipline and they don't eat food when everyone's eating around them, and it's from this time to this time, and I wish I had that disciplines that Muslim have and so forth. But what pushes some people that don't that, how can I say, don't like Islam or don't hate it or do like Islam, what makes them have a negative view is that, especially outside London, is when you have a Muslim like Anjem Choudary, So what happens is that basically, for the last 10 years, all the mainstream news channels, ITV, BBC, Channel 4, Channel 5, every time an incident happened, they put Anjem Chowdhury on, what is it, TV. Yeah. So what happened basically is that a bomb would go off or attack would happen here, and then Anjem would come on TV, and Anjem would say, yeah, 9/11 was a good thing, 7/7 was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Islam is going to dominate the world. You know what I'm saying? We're going to force women to wear burqa. We're going to ban ban you from going pubs. Now, first of all, this was not the message of the da'wah of the prophets. The prophets called to Tawheed. They explained to them the difference between, you know, not worshipping men, not worshipping women. Isa is not Allah. You know what I'm saying? Allah is not everywhere. Allah is like, he explained who Allah was. He didn't talk about the rules and regulations of what's halal and haram first. Even Aisha said if the first two things that were revealed about Islam was not to do zina and not to drink alcohol, nobody would embrace Islam. But this guy's given a chance to put on TV, and it's the media's fault. It's it's ITV's fault. It's BBC's fault. It's Channel 5's fault. Also, all these channels' fault from making the people perceive that he's our spokesman. And Anjem doesn't even speak Arabic. Like, we have to ask these news channels, what was your criteria for making Anjem Chowdhury our spokesman? Like, now they're using the complete opposite Majid Nawaz, yeah? They've given a place on LBC, and they've given a perception that he's our spokesman. But what criteria did you use to make Anjem our spokesman? He doesn't know Arabic. He doesn't have a lot of support. He doesn't even have a mosque. What was the criteria you used to make him our thingy? Because you could have gone to 1 million different imams, yeah, in the country, and none of them would have said what he said. But what you did, you put him on TV. So every time a bomb went off, or every time there was an incident, he would come on. We're going to bring charity to the country, which was not the da'wah of the prophets. We're going to, force your women to wear niqab. 9/11 was a good thing. 7/7 was a good thing. So look, even the open-minded, yeah, non-Muslim, they go to work, yeah, and I'm talking about, like, in London, it's a bit different because people mix with Muslims. Their next door neighbor is a Muslim. You know, they take each other's kids to school. You know, they borrow sugar from each other. You know what I'm saying? They pick up their kids from school together. So they mix with Muslims. They see them on a daily basis. So whenever they watch the news and hear this terrorist thing here and this terrorist thing here, they don't pay it no attention. The reason why they don't pay it no attention is because they mix with Aisha and Muhammad and Zubair and Ahmed, and so it doesn't affect their hearts. But when you, for example, you've got like white people, working class or middle class, who live out, outside of London in areas that are not mixed, and the only interaction they have with a practicing Muslim, yeah, or the only practicing Muslim they hear from is when they go home after a hard day's work and they see Anjem Chowdhury on TV in phobe, with a bed, with a hat, and he's saying, I'm going to be shot to this country, we're going to take away your pubs and stuff, we're going to force your women to wear burqas, when this was not the da'wah of the prophets. Of course, they got no option but to hate the deen. No option. A natural person is going to hate the thing. And the thing is, when they're out in real life and they come across an old uncle, in his phobe, or a sister in niqab and stuff, like, they give them the dirty stares. Why? Because this idiot has just been on a TV day after day just saying, we're going to force you to obey Sharia, we're going to force you not to go to pubs, we're going to force you to wear niqab. So the whole thing is that these Anjem Chowdhury and Abd Hakim and Solomon and all these people, they make people hate Islam, who either were positive towards Islam or didn't have any feelings about Islam, positive or negative. They push them over. So the whole thing is that at the end of the day is that, that's why I got frustrated with him, and I don't care. So, yeah. Cool. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, this fake Raj account is getting removed. Assalamu alaikum, Sia. I think Anjem is getting released next week or something like that. Yeah, maybe he is, but nothing's going to change. Okay, yeah. So I'm just looking through the rest of your questions. Yeah, I ain't got time for these waste, man, you know. Like I said, that's it. Put users on timeout. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let me see the other questions now that I finished that. Okay. Yeah, Go Live Media. I'm not on here. Listen, I'm not on here to give people. If people ask me a question in a decent manner, I'm gonna answer their question. If people are out here to just spread their like deviant views and stuff, and like I said, my channel is not a democracy, bruv. My channel is not a democracy. Okay, cool. Alright. Let me see if there's any other questions here. King of Morocco, I'm a peep to come postage. Okay, so guys, there's a lot of messages, I'm just looking through them. I am blocked on a respect channel. I don't know why he blocked you. What do you... Okay, can you ask... Go Live, can you ask Jordan to come here from the respect... Jordan was in this room, but he had to go and do something. If no one pays taxes, you would have very bad living conditions. Yeah, Omar, standing, that's it, exactly. You can't say the people in America who pay taxes, their blood is halal because they pay taxes. Listen, man, the average person just wants to work, earn money, provide for their family and so forth. How are they guilty of what the government do or what the army do? The average people of America have got nothing to do with government foreign policy. I agree with you, Omar, outstanding. Okay. Yeah, Go Live Media. You can love who you want. He's still a terrorist. If Anwar al-Awlaki said that you can kill, it's not his few mistakes are big. You can't say people's blood is halal because they vote. So you're saying you can just go up to any American or any Western government, yeah, who bombs Muslim country, and because they vote or because they're in that country, because there's so many people in America and England and so forth don't even vote. Look at this country. 1 million people marched against the Iraq war. They still went and bombed Iraq. But he says something crazy like that. Because this country has a voting system, and the layman people, yeah, are in that country, then you can kill them because they're in a country that votes. That's Majnoon. That's crazy, man. That's just dumb, man. You know. Did I see Jedi's tirade on Uncle Ty because he accused him of punching Kalam? Nah. Jedi's not gonna punch Kalam. Jedi knows that if he was to hit Kalam, that Kalam would have arrested and put in jail. Forget, there will be no brotherhood. Kalam will get arrested and ask the judge to give him the most. Trust me. Okay. Sorry guys, it's just going through the message. Okay, what was Jordan left? Oh, Jordan said I left alcohol and women for Islam without thinking twice. Yeah, amazing. May Allah bless him, reward him and keep him away from the deviant Muslims. Okay, Texas has the highest rate of white converts to Islam in America. These converts Christians. Okay, Texas, I didn't know that. Okay. That's Stephen Sarah Garvey. I don't know. Sarah Garvey, give me another name to call you by. What's your real name, man? Yeah, Jordan. I don't know if he's still in this room, but he said many ex-Muslims go to the speaker corner. Yeah, but these are non-Muslims, yeah, who never knew anything about Islam anyway. If you ask them if you ask these non-Muslims what does Tawheed mean, they'd never had a clue. If you ask these non-Muslims where's Allah, you know, they don't know. If you ask them to recite Surah Fatiha, they look at you blank. They don't even know what Surah Fatiha is. Okay. Cool. Jordan, Balason suited Joe Walker upon looking suspicious, not surely. Yeah, Jordan, they're here to cause fitna. That's what they're here. They're here to cause fitna. And the problem is that when something happens, like when a bomb attack happens or something happens, trust me, Abdul Hakim and Solomon, yeah, Abdul Hakim and Solomon are not gonna be around. They are gonna dust, and us Sunni Muslims are gonna be the ones that have to deal with their rubbish. That's why Abdul Hakim, I saw yesterday, he was down at Tommy Robinson, March. I don't know why he was down there. Yeah, he didn't have phobe on, he didn't have his kufi on, and so forth. Yeah, and don't let his mannerisms, just because he's cool, calm, and collective and gentle in his speaking and stuff like that. That doesn't fool me. You promote a man that believes it's okay to kill non-Muslims. I don't care how polite you are. I don't care how calm you are. I don't care how gentle you are and so forth, and how cute and soft and meek you look. If you support a man that said that 9/11 and 7/7 is halal and so forth, then you're an evil person. Okay. Look, Go Live Media, yeah? I don't know who you are. I've seen you on certain chat shows and this, that, and the other, and so forth, yeah? And so forth. But if you look, all I'm saying is, yeah, like, so if you ask questions respectfully and say what you want to say respectfully, but I'm not going to allow you to spread any people who promote or support like extremists, not in this chat. So it's up to you. If you behave, you can stay in this room. If you don't, then you know what I'm saying. It's game over. What is it? The way some people use, okay, no, but the way that some people use the word Khawarij, look, they're Khawarij. They believe it's okay to kill innocent non-Muslims. Yeah, they believe that all the rules are kufar and this, that, and the other. Like, they believe in suicide bombing. Well, their leader does. Anyway, Abdul Hakim and Solomon are pawns anyway. They don't control anything. They're just followers. Anyway, I didn't try to make this stream about Anjem or about Solomon and me. These are the questions you're giving me. My questions are, when I choose, I remember when I set this live up, when I started this live, I was just technically trying to figure out how to get Google Hangouts to work and all this kind of stuff. These are the questions that you guys have been giving me. I don't want to spend time talking about whether it's Kalam or Sarah or Abdul Hakim or that. There's more important things to talk about. But I was trying to set up my thing. I was trying to set up my Instagram and my Facebook and my Periscope and stuff, but I run into problems. Okay. And go Live Media, you said you need to stop setting up Muslims. Like, first of all, what's your tone, man? What's your tone, Go Live Media? No one is setting up. Nobody. Solomon and Abdul Hakim demonstrate on the street with a person who believes it's okay to kill non-Muslims. Simple. They're setting themselves up by walking the street with that thing. Okay, is it not better to go down the straight path because they're brainwashed? Zinni, I've this discussion between Abdul Hakim and Muslims, yeah, who try and follow the correct path has been going on for many, many years. It's at the stage now where they're on what they're on, and they're just not gonna leave it. So my brother says, but pushing them. Okay, cool. You're saying I know your view. Okay. Okay, let me see if there's any more. Okay, I want to see if anyone's got any worthwhile questions. FT. No, Anwar Awlaki said that. He said in an interview with Al Jazeera that the American people, because they pay taxes and because they vote for governments that bomb the Muslim countries, then their blood is permissible. Their blood is halal. But yeah, it was the Al Jazeera interview. Okay, cool. Okay, Sia's in a. If Sia, if you can hear this, yeah, what's your problem with suspecting that? I went in there that other day and they said that you said some racist stuff and that, but I saw in a group chat that people were saying that they're fake images of you or you didn't say that or so forth. So what's the issue with your respect? If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. I understand. Many ex-Muslims need to see Islam for emotional reasons, desires like wanting a girlfriend. Yeah, but that's stupid. If you left Islam because of a girlfriend, then you didn't understand Islam in the first place. Because before you become Muslim, one of the people know that girlfriends are not allowed in Islam, so you didn't have to become Muslim, you know. So, but half of the people that are ex-Muslims, they didn't know about, you know, they were born into like a cultural Muslim family that doesn't know anything. Okay. Okay. I might Speaker's Corner tomorrow. I don't know, man. I know, because of this thing with Tan and Raj, yeah. Because of this thing now, a Speaker's Corner, I don't know, man. It's like Tan's down there to get Muslims to react and stuff and basically get them arrested. Like he's purposely trying to get people arrested. He says things that naturally a person, if you said to them on the high street or so forth, yeah, they will react. And he's trying to push the limits, and it's just a setup, man. It just seems like a big setup, you know. In the reality is in England, in theory you have the freedom of speech, yeah. In theory you have the freedom of speech, but in reality you don't. Outside the Speaker's Corner, you can't go up to a man who's with his mum, yeah, and insult his mother, or go up to a man who's with his grandma and insult his grandmother and call her a cow or a slag and expect him not to react. The reality of the situation, 9 out of 10 people you do that to, they're gonna physically react to you or verbally react to you. Why? Because naturally, a person loves his grandmother, loves his mother, and if you insult them, yeah, naturally they want to do something. So the whole thing is obviously, I've been going to the park for many years. Joseph Smith or Jay Smith, what is his name, that guy from America, he used to come down to the park every week and insult Aisha and this, that, and the other. And I know when I go there, he's going to say it. But I know that at the end of the day, by hitting him and stuff, it's not going to help. Why? Because that's what they want. They want footage of a Muslim man, especially with a beard or a kufi, to hit him so they can say, look, this religion is violent. But it's not that religion is violent. It's just that you're saying things about something that somebody loves. they react. That's natural, you know. But as Muslims and speakers, as Muslims, especially young Muslim stuff, don't fall from it, because if they insult the Prophet and you hit them, now they become relevant to your life because you'll go away. You'll be put in jail, and now all your responsibilities that you've got to take care of and so forth, they have influence over your life. So don't make them important. Okay. Salaam alaikum, Mr. Ski. Yeah, like I said, FT. Obviously, if people insult the Prophet in a park and stuff, just ignore it. Because at the end of the day, what you're going to do, you're going to hit them and then you're going to get arrested. Yeah? You're going to hit them and you're going to get arrested, and then that's it. They've become irrelevant to your life. They've become important to your life. Hey, what do you think about Tan said about Tommy? Tam and Tommy are going to fall out, and Tan's going to be forgotten now. Because Tommy Robinson is more important to the racists than Tam is. Yeah, of course, FT. Of course, they're going to get rid of Tan, because at the end of the day, Tommy Robinson is known worldwide. Yeah, Tan is known worldwide at the end of the day. Yeah, sorry, Tommy is known worldwide to people. Yeah, and Tan is basically not known anywhere apart from Speaker's Corner. And obviously, so they're obviously going to. And what Tan doesn't realize is that Tan is not white. So at the end of the day, is that Tan is still. They see Tan as a monkey, yeah. But the whole thing is that because he's willing to be racist, they use him. But at the end of the day, those people, when you look at the Tommy Robinson crowd, it's all one color, yeah. And what is that basically? They think Tan is a monkey, like a little monkey too. But it's just because he's saying racist stuff himself that they're using him. But they think the same about Kalam as they think the same about Tan and Sarah and thinking as your typical racist. Yeah, I know what is it. Tan's saying that the money, something to do with the money, money's not being used properly, and that also that Tommy knew about Muslims coming to speak at one of their marches and stuff like that. But look, good. At the end of the day, I hope they all fall out, because they're all just a bunch of racists. Anyway, if anyone doesn't have any other questions, I might call it a day, man. I'm trying to see what other questions there was that I missed. Okay, someone asked me about Saracen. Okay, they asked me about Saracen. Okay, Saracen? Well, look, Saracen's hanging around with Shiites. He's hanging around with Shiites and he's promoting Shiites, and he was tight with Kalam. I've heard he's left Kalam now, but I don't know what he's up to. But look, anyone who promotes Shiites, especially and Saracen believed that you can make dua to like dead people. He said, like, I heard it with my own, ears. I saw it with my own eyes. He believes that you can make dua to the dead. And we know that, like, like we say in every prayer, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. You alone we worship Allah, and you alone we ask for aid. So it's like, this is simple basics, bruv. So the whole thing is that, yeah, anyone that goes on Titan TV and promotes Titan TV and likes Kalam and this, that, is an enemy to the deen. That's simple. You don't have to be intelligent to work that out. Anyone who goes on Titan TV a lot, yeah, and promotes Titan TV and speaks well of Kalam also, they're an enemy to the deen. Yeah, like, they're just a hater of the deen. That's it. So Saracens, I don't know. I've heard he's not going on there. I don't know why or if it's true or not. But you tell a person by their company. Okay, where is Tawheed and Abdul Hamid? I don't know where they are. I'm not sure where they are. So Speakers Corner is full of people who want to be famous, bashing Muslims. There's people watch it online, go there to me, like Raj. Yeah, Raj, you know what, Raj? When Raj first came to the park and stuff, I tried to reason with him and I tried to talk to him and stuff like that. But now it just seems to be going over the top, man. Like, all these videos against grooming gangs and stuff. Look, take that time with all these videos you're doing and do something properly. You know what I'm saying? Do something to affect it, because at the moment you just sound like you're not solving the problem. Coming on YouTube and just talk about Muslim and grooming gangs and stuff is not helping those girls. It's not helping those girls at all. Look at this stupid question. Jason, what's your views on jihad? I'm a Muslim. Of course I believe in jihad, but jihad is against combatants, army against army, not killing innocent non-Muslims, not blowing up people in tubes, yeah, or driving vans into people like Al Mahajroon and Anjan Chaudhry and Anjan Bara and Abdul Hakim and Solomon hang around with. Don't ask me stupid questions, man. all these people that speak about jihad and, make takfir, talk about this and talk about mujahideen. What I'm wondering is, why are you in Google Hangouts or YouTube Live chatting about jihad? If you believe in your mashed up understanding of jihad and stuff, why are you in front of a phone or in front of a PC, yeah, talking about Muslims are dying here, Muslims are that? Why are you on? If you sincerely, believe this is, like, it's so important to you and it's so moving to you, and everyone is a sellout because they don't believe as you believe in this, that, and the other, why are you stuck on a YouTube, yeah, drinking tea, yeah, and custard creams, yeah, on YouTube? That's what I want to know. Jokers. Look at this. This guy Jimmy, come on, Andrew Radcliffe. You clicked on this video just to say Islam is devil worship. You guys just don't know it. After I threw my Muslim stuff away, the jinn stopped bothering me. Nah, it sounds like you got a jinn in you right now, bruv. Goodbye. You are the weakest link, bruv. Okay, guys. If I don't get some more questions in the next, a few minutes, I'm gonna go, man. Thank you for everyone that's watching. I haven't really figured this thing out. I was supposed to be on Google Hangouts, but I couldn't figure it out. So what I'm gonna do is yeah. Oh, Assalamu alaikum, the Orthodox Moor. How you doing, bro? Hope you're okay. Hope everything is fine. Sorry, I didn't see your thing. I just seen it now because there's quite a lot of chats. I don't know why. Every time I do a video, a bunch of tech fairies come in. Like, people know what I believe in and what I'm about. Not funny mortals. Yeah. So I don't know why they come on my chat. I don't know why these people come on my chat, because at the end of the day, they know that they're gonna get kicked. 24/7 loves. Alaikum salam, bro. Cool. Okay, Queen Jade, salam alaikum. Man's OJ, salam. Jordan said, true. I think the Haram police have an impact too. Converting is a slow process for many. Yep. Jordan said that many people are converting, but 70% of people drop out of post Shahada. The reason why is because people take the Shahada and then after there's no follow-up program. So after the Shahada, people don't stick in contact with them and teach them how to pray, how to do wudu, and keep contact with them. And that's a problem, you know. When someone first takes Shahada, their iman is high, and they're eager to learn, and they've got zeal and this, that, and the other, and so forth. And you have to use that stage to teach them how to pray and do and so forth, and teach them Tawheed and how to pray and so forth. But yeah, after people take Shahada, a lot of people neglect them. Cool. What do I think about the comments claiming they talk to their ancestors? Are they lying or talking to jinn? Yeah, they could be talking to a jinn, or they could just be talking to nobody, and nobody responds. Yeah. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's it. Jazakallah khair for all your help and everything, and for tuning in. Thanks for the 12 people that are still here, and the 17 people that are like the video. If you've got any future topics you want to talk about, put them in the comments now and let me know, and I might do some shows on it if I think they're relevant, inshallah. When's my next stream? My next stream will most probably be maybe tomorrow. I might do something tomorrow. I've just got to figure out how to use Google Hangouts and stuff. I tried to do it today. In fact, my Google Hangout is on now, but no one seems to be on there. I don't know. Maybe I haven't done it properly, but yeah, most probably tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah. Maybe invite Sage, yeah. Inshallah. I'll see if he's see if he's on. But he does a lot of live streams himself, so he might be on it, inshallah. But Jazakallah khair. Anyway, brothers, I'll see you later. Yeah, take care, inshallah. May Allah bless you in this life and the next. And welcome to any non-Muslims that are watching. Take care. Assalamu alaikum, Munzer Sheikh.